Hey guys, Rilk here, and welcome to my Final Fantasy VIII casual playthrough. I'm not going to be doing a low-level playthrough. I've never actually done a full minimum low-level playthrough unless I was going for the one achievement for this game. Contrived something. I've actually got that achievement. I did that once. It, I felt like I was going out of my way to not level up, and for me, this game is easy enough that you really don't need to avoid leveling up. If you don't know why you wouldn't level up, basically the monsters level up with you to a point. So if you're stronger, what you're fighting is stronger as well. So the best way to min max it is to get all your stats as high as you can and keep your level as low as possible. But it's not needed. It really isn't. Anything else I wanted to say? This is not the remastered version. This is just the normal first Steam version. I never felt worth buying the remastered version. It didn't seem enough of an upgrade to me to decide whether or not I wanted to buy it. So I took a look at it, and it had so many downvoted reviews I never ended up picking it up. But this is one of my favorite Final Fantasies. I suppose the reason this one would be one of my favorite is the junction system. And you can play it at such different levels that make a huge difference in gameplay. Like you could get all your magic from drawing from monsters or draw points, and it's definitely I would consider beginner level. We'll be using cards mostly. I'll probably do the card games off video, but I'll show a few card games in here probably. So yeah, let's get started. Oh right, I want to turn off my Steam friends list here. I don't know why it keeps pulling me out. There we go. that was playing in the background for Final Fantasy. So I'm just tabbing out for a second to adjust my volume. It shouldn't change the volume on the video at all. But I was playing Counter-Strike earlier, and yeah, I need the volume a lot louder. I'm okay, I guess. Yeah, I'm not gonna summarize the talking or anything, just because I honestly, I don't know this game as much as I do Final Fantasy IX. I know the general plot line and what's happening, and I have played it a lot, but it just the story didn't drive me as much as Final Fantasy IX did. So. I'll go through the text, but I won't spam it. So if you do want to read it, you can. I'll try not to spoil anything for the game. Our main objective at the beginning is basically getting strong enough with cards to beat the game without needing to do that much extra effort after that. We'll see how it goes. So my first focus, our first mission here, we're going to be having to get Ifrit. And you can train before this. It's not super effective. You would need to put, I think, 80 AP into, is it 80? 30 and 8? I'm not sure. Off the top of my head, I haven't played this game in a few years, but it's one of my favorites to replay, at least the beginning section, to see how quickly you can beat the game. You can break the, well, I wouldn't say break, but you could be strong enough for pretty much end game at this point in the game. You don't have to do anything else. It would involve quite a bit of AP farming. It's doable. It's not too hard to do, but it's doable. I kind of lost perspective of Squall there. So I'm playing on a controller, but my D-pad doesn't work. So I have to use the control stick, and a lot of the control stick, a lot of your movement is the D-pad exclusive, so it's translated into the control stick, so it's moving kind of awkwardly. So it's only got those 8 planes of movement. So here we're in the classroom. We get told there's a test coming up. This is a mercenary school, so we need to before we can take the test, we need to do a mock test beforehand, and that's when we're going to be getting Ifrit. So we also need a backup. We can't go solo. So it was supposed to be Cypher, but it ends up being Quistis instead. Maybe I will summarize stuff. Okay, I just wanted to see if I could pick up the Guardian Forces. Guardian Forces is the name of the summons in this game, so you can run here through tutorial and stuff. I think it's under message. Oh no, I messed that up. It's definitely not there. Okay. I don't see it. But we probably could have picked it up, but I just want to be sure. I don't want to be futzing through the computer and not be able to do it. What? Did I not? Oh, okay. I assumed down was the right answer to leaving. So we just talked to Quistis here, and she'll tell us that we haven't been to the Fire Cavern, and that's our prerequisite for the test. I'll mention the criteria of what we're attempting for the test at every stage, and maybe I'll summarize it at the end. I don't know what each category is called, per se, but I do know what each category is off the top of my head. So the first category that we'll be working on here, before our test even starts, is an Ifrit. So I don't remember what it's called. I want to say it's called Judgment. Basically, depending on how much you left... Okay, yeah, it was tutorial. How much time you have left when you finish off Ifrit. If it's under, I want to say 7 seconds or less, then you get a score of 100, and anything more than 7 seconds, you get less of a score. I think the next one is 20 seconds, and I think it's like an 80 points instead of 100, and so on. So your goal is to beat him with 7 seconds or less time. You can also wait. There is a kind of a cheese way to do it. You can wait during the fight. Instead of collecting any of your rewards or anything at the end screen, you can just sit there and wait. And that will also still count the time. Are you okay? So Squall doesn't have much dialogue in this game. He kind of lets everyone else talk. I don't know if I'll voice all of his lines, just maybe the ones that I have to answer for. So she asked us if we want to give her a tour of the garden. Basically, it's just their way of showing you around. I don't really want to. No, I don't have time. So this guy here is where you get your first set of cards. You just talk to him and he'll explain how to play the cards. I don't know what B3 is supposed to be. So it's usually square. This is your card game. To be quite honest, last time I played this, my controller wasn't working. It worked this time because I'm on my PC, which I didn't have back then. It wasn't working on my laptop, so I ended up not playing. So there's lots of different areas. There's this signboard, I guess. You can use it to actually teleport where you want. So we're going to go to the front gate here, but this is basic layout of the garden. You can use this only for a certain amount of time. Later on we can't use it. So we're going to backtrack a little bit just because there is a cure that I missed because I skipped by it with the teleport. She's asking us if we want to learn about the junction system. I'll explain it. I don't know about anyone else, but as a kid, I had no idea what the junction system was until halfway through the game. I understood this tutorial and I read it. Oh, I guess we can't. Okay. I don't know what was up with her. Okay. So, for the... I keep trying to use the D-pad. Okay, for junctioning, we will use Shiva on Squall, and I guess we'll use Quizalt? I can't remember, the Thunderbird. He'll be on Quistis. I didn't know you couldn't actually bring Quistis back here. So that means you can't actually train Quistis in the training grounds. So there's the training grounds inside the garden. It's probably better for XP than it is for AP. But they level up as you do and their XP actually gets a lot bigger. So in this game, if you're walking on the road, you can't actually get into any random encounters. That beach there is probably our best AP farming spot. We won't be doing any AP farming until we get Ifrit, so I don't intend to run into any battles here. It's possible I do, I just don't want to. I really should have saved beforehand. We could lose to Ifrit, it's not likely, but it's possible. So she's explaining junction magic again. They explain it in like 3 or 4 different... so she just asked if we know how to use the Gunblade. To be honest, I do and I don't. I know how to use it, but I don't know what the actual button is in this. Since we haven't been in a fight yet, I don't actually know. But we're gonna tell her I know anyways. It's usually like the right bumper or R1, but I'm not actually sure. That's what it is on the console anyways, so... So in this test against Ifrit, we get to tell them how long we're gonna take. Because I know how long this fight's gonna take, I put 10 minutes, but you can give yourself as much of a time buffer as you want. But the goal of it is to end the fight with as little time as possible. So we got the 10-minute timer going on. So when she talks to us, sometimes Squall stops to answer. It wasn't that I wanted to stop there. Yeah, okay. So she likes to joke around a bit, Squall is way too serious. I just wanted to test his gunblade. I might have missed, but it might be the wrong button as well. Okay, yeah, it was the right button, I just missed. So basically you time, it's like timed hits. When the blade is about to hit, you pull the trigger. It also works on his limit break. The limit break in FF10, or sorry, FF8 is so broken, it's insane. Basically, I don't really care about fire. It's basically if you're close to yellow health, you can access your limit break. You just have to spam the switch. I'm not sure what the runaway button is, but I'm trying to run away. It's basically... What was I talking about? I forgot. Okay, why am I not running away? This doesn't make sense. I can't run away. I don't know what the runaway button is on the controller here. No, the bombs are actually kind of a hard fight. I don't want to fight them if I don't have to. I'm trying to figure out, why wouldn't that be run away? I don't know if all the buttons are... whoops. Oh, okay. I don't know if all the buttons are mapped, but it should be like R1, L1, or R2, L2. I'm holding all the buttons, like the bumpers and trigger, and I'm not getting nothing here. I don't know how to run away. This is not good. Okay, I'm gonna pause right here. I'm just gonna tab out and see what the controls are, if I can get access to it. I can't get into the settings of the game. I'm just gonna Google it. Okay. Hold L2 and R2 buttons, and it will show them running away. Well, I obviously was already doing that, so I don't know. I'm gonna look up the PC, because I also have my keyboard still plugged in. So maybe I'll just have to use the buttons on the PC. Try Q and E or D and F. Okay. Okay. There we go. I'm using D and F to hold for runaway. I really wasted a lot of time. That was unfortunate. Was not smart. Oh wow, 3 encounters. We're just gonna run away just to speed this up a bit. It should take me about, I'd say 5.5 minutes to beat Ifrit. I don't know off the top of my head how much health he has. We'll just scan him to see. I think he's got a little over 1,000 if I remember correctly. I'm not sure which one is, whoops, my bad. I'm not sure which one is, scan. Why am I? Okay. The button mapping's a bit weird from usual. Okay, it's fire. perfect. So even though the timer's run out and we're still in the fight technically, we've already beaten it, so it's fine. But this is the screen you sit at if you want your timer to keep going if you kill them too quickly. So we also got an Ifrit card out of defeating Ifrit. Any Guardian Force you defeat in battle, you get their card as well. So here's another junction thing. Yeah, they kind of did it in sections of explaining the junction system because it's so big that it's kind of a hassle. We're going to run away from any fights we get in, so I'm not going to bother with junctioning again. But with the first three, the only one I care that much about is Ifrit, for character-wise, and that will be on Squall. He'll be on Squall pretty much the whole game. The reason I picked Ifrit for Squall, he has the better strength percentage buff, and yeah, that makes a big difference early game, I guess, for his amount of damage, because I think he gets a strength 60%, and you can add a 40 as well, so you can buff his strength a ton if you have the right magics on it as well. So for some reason these guys are already gone. They don't care anymore now that we were already past the test. And they went home for lunch. I think the forest has a higher encounter rate, but I'm not 100%, so I usually avoid it anyways. This is probably the weakest monster in the game. So this is where you're supposed to learn about the trigger. And back to the garden we go. Okay, I think she's gonna ask us a question. Yeah, no, this was their Guardian Forces tutorial. Oh well. Usually it respawns pretty quick, so most of the time you can swing by it. It's already full. You could tell because of... So it goes a full shade of blue when it's completely empty, and it goes to that pink color when it's full and you can use it. So we're going to try our luck with some cards. We don't have very good cards. We have pretty much bottom of the barrel cards. I'll actually probably... Dang, that sucks. I want to card battle that kid over there. So for our Let's Play purposes, we'll be using slot 2. We've been playing for, wow, half hour. I take a long time. I really want to card battle that kid, but that's not likely to happen. We'll refresh the screen. I actually should have tested my card battle button before. We're going to test it on one of these girls here. Okay. That wasn't it, are you kidding? I don't know if they can card battle or not, actually. We're going to try this guy at the counter first. Yeah, okay. We'll card battle him. What I should have done first, and I didn't, I should have went and changed the card rules. Okay, let's put this guy up here. The bat will take him. We'll take the bat. We don't have a great setup here. So we drew. That's going to be pretty much my luck for most of the beginning part, just because of how bad our cards are. And we'll work at getting better cards. But I'm going to show you guys how to change the card rules first, at least. And with that, we're going to need to go to the next town. You probably saw the town. I don't know if I swung the camera in a bad way. You couldn't see it. It's super close. It's the only other town on this island, so you can't frickin' miss it. Yeah, no, there's no way you saw it, but it's right over there. I'm just going to move the camera in a manner that I'm spinning the camera as I walk, just so I don't have to move anything else. And we will avoid any encounters. I'm going to save before we go into town. Oh. So you can save anywhere on the world map. Wrong one. I'm trying to remember if we can actually do any fights when we get the next characters. So over here is the Queen of Cards. She travels all across the world. You can send her different places, and I'm trying to remember how. So you can look at the current rules and all stuff. She teaches you how rules are passed on and stuff. I didn't mean to talk to her like this, to be honest. So the easiest way to get the card rules I want is challenging her to a card duel. So she hasn't changed any rules here. It's open, which means both sides see both opponents' cards, and the trade rule is 1. What I want is the trade rule of all. So difference is basically whatever cards are in blue, I get to take back, and whatever cards are in red, the person I'm playing gets to take. Not a very good rule, because oftentimes to take a few cards, you need to give your opponent some cards. That's direct. Difference is if I won, if it was 7 to 3, then I get to take 2 of her cards or whatever, or 4. I don't know actually how difference works. All is the best. Just because you want all their cards. It involves the least amount of card matches. And rules, so you might think, okay, he'll play here. Now I've got it sort of saved, and I go talk to this train conductor here. He's got difference, so I've kind of given him all sorts of rules right now. There's nothing stuck in him at the moment. We're trying to get him to get all, and then we'll play. I don't know how he's still on difference. He should be getting, random rules. I don't know why he keeps rolling difference. One of the problems is he might actually beat me. I don't have good. The only good card I have is Ifrit. So I kind of want him to go first, which is unfortunately not going to happen. So this is probably going to play out the same way the last one did. Okay, that got kind of lucky. I don't have anything to take him from that side. So he might double take here. He can't double take, but he'll definitely take 1, depending on which card he throws out. And we should have this one. Okay. And now we take all of his cards. So it didn't say anything, but now the card rule all should be effective in... This town is called Balamb, and the garden we're from is called Balamb Garden, so... It should be stuck now. I'm not going to force you guys to watch the card games, because they're kind of slow. We'll continue on a bit until we get Zell, and I think we can still do card matches with Zell, and I can also farm a bit of AP as well. I'll show you which monster we're intending to fight, and I don't know, the easy tactics to fighting them. They're not a very hard monster. I'm just double checking. I think it's empty still, yeah. Okay. So, basically, we know where we're supposed to be going because Quistis told us we had to head to our room after, get a bit of rest. Or the classroom, one of the two, I don't actually remember. I think it was the room. A lot of the times after you do something, you have to head to your room in the first section of the game, so we'll be doing that. So the reason I want to play that kid in a card game, he has a decent card, not a great card, a decent card called Minimog. I think it's called Minimog. I went to the wrong save point again. Okay. So it has a 9 on top, a 9 on the bottom, and a 3-2 left and right. I think the 3's on the right. I don't know why I started to go to the classroom. I really think I was supposed to go to the dorm. I just started walking there, so I kept going, but I really don't think we have to head to the classroom yet. I think that's later. So when you walk by some characters, they're already talking, and you can be part of the conversation. Yeah, so we didn't need to come here. No one's here yet. There's another card I'll be picking up around here. It's the Quistis card, so the characters also have their own cards. They're a little bit better than the Guardian Force cards. Probably actually a lot better. They're like a whole tier above. Any other cards I want to pick up around here? The Zell card is also possible if you battle Zell's mom for cards. So I'll use the crap out of that board while we can, but unfortunately it doesn't last. Oh, I keep using the D-pad. Really sucks they didn't. So this is our Seed student uniform. That's why you see most of them wearing this or the actual Seed uniform, which is the same as this sort of layout, but I think it's black with a gold trim. A little blue on it. Yeah, like she's wearing there. So we find out we're paired with Zell, and we find out that Cypher is our squad leader. But yeah, I guess this is Zell. They're just explaining Zell's limit break. It's basically a bunch of different button press commands in a row, and the faster you do it, the more you can pull off. It's a timer-based thing. It starts the timer in the top right, and then you press as many as you can. His limit break's pretty good. It involves proper execution, so it's not my favorite. Squalls is super easy. You get about 6 hits out of it. It's also has one of the best finishing moves at the end of it. Zell's combo also has finishers that you can get on purpose, but they aren't as good. This is Fujin and Raijin, or Rajin, whatever. They're always with Cypher. There's good friends. Feels weird. Why isn't there any music? Come on, man. There's a little banter between Quistis and Cypher. This is like Cypher's 3rd or 4th time running a Seed exam. It's not because he's not a good fighter or a good mercenary. He just doesn't like listening to what everyone's telling him to do. So he's definitely strong enough. He's definitely the strongest of the 3 for our party here. This is Sid. Like in most Final Fantasy games, there's a character named Sid. He's the headmaster of this garden. He's explaining how this mission's gonna go. He lets us know how many different groups of people are going, and each squad has a different task, whatever. So they show us the garage or parking area. I might have actually gone too far, if I'm being honest. I had intended to use Squall and Zell to farm. Yeah. So he wants us to show him the Gunblade. Doing this doesn't really affect anything. You can show him if you want. You don't have to. Oh, I thought this was a dialogue option. I guess not. There is a dialogue option coming up that will lower points on your seed exam. It comes out of Cypher when he asks you to go do something. If you ignore him, he's like, this is an order, so you actually end up losing points. I forget on what category, but on a category. It's one of the deductibles you have to pay attention to. So I might end up redoing this just because I didn't end up getting a chance to do AP farming or cards. But we'll see. It's kind of a pain to do the farming here because I could farm for it, but I don't have the cards to back it up. It kind of sucks. I don't think we can get... Yeah, we can't be getting on and off. That sucks. So I was a little preemptive. I guess the Cypher conversation where he tells you what to do is in the submarine. I don't know why I thought it was in the car. I can't control this yet. We'll see if I can. Yeah, I can now. I don't think I have Zell in the party. I can't even open up my menu. Oh, I did. There we go. So yeah, I don't even have Zell in the party. I should have done it after with Quistis, but I wanted to push it forward as much as possible and do all the AP farming and the card farming at the same time. And you definitely want to do that after Ifrit. Oh well. This is Zoo. She's a seed. I can't remember what her actual title is. Basically, she manages a lot for Sid. So it doesn't really make that big of a difference not doing the card or the AP farming beforehand, but it does make a significant difference in the strength of your character. I would have to skip an optional boss during the mission if I don't set up my characters strong enough. You could do it by leveling up your characters or drawing a whole bunch of magic, but the better way to do it is to play cards and turn your cards into magic. Okay, so this is the point. If you don't listen to Cypher, you'll lose points. Luckily, it is the first option, actually. You can go and talk to Quistis or Zell, but any person you talk to outside the mission, you can lose points. Even talking to Zell or Cypher when you're not supposed to during this test, you can lose points. With, I think it's under deductions. yields deductions, and that's the one that's probably the hardest to get 100 out, because you can only have one deduction, and that deduction is running away from a fight, and you need to run away from a fight at least once. It's mandatory, so yeah. Okay, so our job is to clear the central square. She told us not to forget our guardian forces. We haven't set up any yet. What I normally do is I set them all up for Cypher. Gonna off all on everyone. So I put them all on Cypher, and then I knock out, Squall and Zell. What I did forget to do is the configuration. So I always do max speed, everything. So ATB on active will save us a bit of time. Memory is the one I really care about. We could change up our controls a bit. I'm trying to figure out what run. Oh, yeah, that's super helpful. B5, B6, that's super helpful. Yeah, okay. Oh, I messed it up. I'm trying to get out of this. Okay, cool. That's frustrating. The out of, even talking to these people would get you deductions. Wow, I'm not gonna that's so frustrating to me. Okay, so we've been at 48 minutes. I guess we'll show you what the plan is, I guess. And I'll probably end up redoing this section. So Cypher should get strong enough to one-shot these. It's not too hard. But I haven't put any magic on him to junction. So Cypher also has a timed hit, exactly like Squall's. The timing's a little different, but you can easily do it by paying attention to sound. That's how I usually do it. Okay, you killed Zell. So the idea is keeping Zell and Squall as low as possible, I guess, for levels. Not that it's a big deal, but it is a lot of XP to get the 75 kills for the guards and everything. Ooh. So we got access to Cypher's limit break. Much easier to deal with than Squall or Zell's. Anytime you have a chance to use the limit break on multiple targets, I will. So I probably won't actually farm them here. I'll probably redo this section of the video. But I just, I don't want to have so much stopping point in the video. So this shop here is a junk shop. You can actually upgrade your weapons if you have the right items for it. We don't have any items, so we can't upgrade anything. So just leveling him up enough has upped his strength. So as long as I hit the timed hit, we should knock him out. Okay, so we have to search the area for any soldiers. You can kind of see this guy on the top right. He's on the tank up here. That's the only person we get to find. Okay, and that is all of them. So I don't know if you've noticed in the top left, it synchronizes a lot of data in this game and it tells you when it's doing it. So I don't remember. I think we talked to Cypher. I'm trying to... Okay, so we're on standby now. Trying to get as little deductions as possible. So this is just time-based until the dog finally pisses Cypher off. So we're just waiting. So I can't move or anything. So I guess they're just trying to show off how bored we are standing around doing nothing. Cypher complains about this being a dog watching thing. So I'm trying not to talk to anyone. I'm moving around a little bit. But any conversation I could lose points in, so I'm trying not to. Maybe I'll just do the next section, the whole section in 2 videos, and then I'll load a different save, depending on... I did see a few saves that were short in the first 3 files. We'll see. I'm going to see where they are. We'll end this video and I'll take a look. But basically, I'm trying to think of what else. Just attack is what I would focus on next and get 75 kills on the soldiers. So we can't actually get any extra until we go forward. So we're going to go where Cypher says. If you object to where he's going, I don't think you actually can. Yeah, he wants a fight, so you can't actually object to Cypher's ideas. But yeah, I would spend the time to get 75 kills, then we would go forward and fight the bosses. So on this bridge, you can run into random encounters, and the random encounters are always these soldiers. They either come in 1 or a pack of 3, and this is where I would grind out my 75 kills. Yeah, says at the top left, achievements have been synchronized. So after you go out this far, just checking the time. Yeah, we got time to get as far as I'd like. Okay, so after you come out this far, we end up fighting monsters now instead. Excuse me. So this is one of the Dalit soldiers. They're the guys we're trying to help out. So now that we've fought one of these monsters, they can actually spawn here as well. I'm going to be trying to use my limit break, just because he actually has a decent amount of health. The lower my health is, the more often I'll get limit breaks. But basically I'll cycle through the window a few times by not skipping turn, but basically you're trying to flip between which character's turn it is. That's the easiest way to cycle through limit breaks. I don't actually know how much health he has, probably about 600? I don't know, I have no idea. Definitely not as much as Ifrit. Oh wow, we just did what, 900 damage worth of hits? Thought for sure he would have went down. We don't have Cure on Cypher, so we really need to beat him in the next hit or two. Oh, okay, that last one was a crit, that's why. Please don't kill me, I don't have access to items. Or any cures. Actually, I might be able to draw a cure from him. Wow. What did I hit him 4 or 5 times? 2 crits out of that. Okay, we need to put Squall's cures on Cypher. Although, you know what? We're just gonna do, I didn't mean the junction. We're only gonna use Cure on Cypher a little bit, because we can run away. I just don't want to be stuck. And then we're gonna exchange it back, because I don't know if we actually get to keep Cypher's magic. So, just in case, we'll get rid of all of his magic. Yeah, so now we can run into a double. Definitely more dangerous. Definitely go for the runaway. Okay, good. Oh, they could have definitely killed me. You are more likely to run into soldiers than those guys, but it's definitely possible we could run into them again. This guy's not a big deal. He's a bit stronger than a soldier, just not worth the time. I just realized I'm running away. So you shouldn't be running away if you want to get a good seed rank out of it. Because I've already used up my free runaway, and I've added an extra one. I totally wasn't thinking. I'll see what points the other 2 saves are at. I know there's 3, but I know one of them was late game. Okay, I think I've done one where I mostly farmed all the cards at the beginning, and we'll see if I'll use one of those saves from here, or if I'll have to wait till we're done this section. But usually I end up hitting about 7 or 8 on my seed rank. It'll be lower for here because I'll be avoiding the bonus boss, which you get 50 points for beating, or maybe is it 100? I don't remember, because we're not going to fight him on this one. We'll run away for sure. And for the fact that I didn't spam attack to 75, so we'll probably get a seed rank of 4, maybe 5. So, this is Selphie. We saw her earlier. She was the one who asked if we could give her a tour because she's new to the garden. Kind of a klutz. And that looked like it hurt. A lot. Oof, she got real close to falling off that cliff. Yeah, we're squad B. So, if you take the jump that Selphie did, you would lose points in the deduction area. I think it's like a -20, so it's huge. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking. So we're gonna junction, Squall, and I try to hit down. We'll junction Squall and Zell here. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. And yeah, we'll heal them before the fight. Good enough. We can still get random encounters here. Kinda not what we want. Thank you for that. Okay, we'll just kill him. It's faster. Oh. I did forget to mention about Garden Forces and setups of what you should be doing, because I knew I was scuffing this run. And I was going to use a different load because I messed up with the card setup. But I'll go through that right now real quick. Basically, each of them have abilities they can learn, and Summon Magic is not what I would care about. I would focus on Card for Quetzalcoatl, I guess his name is. For Shiva, I'd focus on Strength. Ifrit, I would focus on Strength 20%. No, I'd probably do Fire Magic. Actually, before Strength, I'd do Ice Magic. But it's kind of scuffed up because I messed up and I wasted, what, an extra 35 AP in Summon Magic, which I'll never use. So there's a save in here, which is where we'll end the video. I'll see how close my other saves are, because I usually farm cards way earlier than this. But I don't know how far in the game. Usually I'd do it past this point. Let's see. Oh, no, they're disc 2, disc 3, disc 1. Oh, no, that's way far ahead. That's in Timber. I guess I'll have to start another. That's okay. We'll end the video here. Whoops. I don't know how I did that. Okay, there we go. Thanks for watching. I hope you join me in the next one. Bye-bye.